funkar aldrig. Vad fan kolla. Wow. Hi. So this was like I'm not prepared now. Like the 17th time that I tried. I don't know what's up with this because I go into another channel. So, okay, but now I'm here. I will see if someone comes in. I don't even know what I called it now. And also an extra image that I could have put up, but now I don't do that. I don't know if I called it even pod now, but this is pod. Oh my, so stressful. Okay, but now I'm here. Maybe someone else is here too. So I was into another channel where it worked, so it's not that that it's too slow right here. Right? So, okay. I don't even know what I have on my mind now. I'm so tired because I was in there for a while. So I will just see if there was something that I had on my mind. I have Tara here though. If someone wants a card, maybe I should just pick card. Maybe I should start with that. I always say that yeah, well, sorry, I'm distracted. I always say that I should do that not in the end, so maybe I should do it from the beginning. Well, I will do that now. Start with, it's cold here now. Oof, it was too warm and now it's too cold. I have the door open. So choose 1, 2, or 3, and I will pull some cards from. This is from the Stranger Things tarot for today. This is for number 1. Oh no, not for number 1. I just dropped the half of the deck. I don't know how to pick that up even. I'll try. I think I will bump into everything and screw this up now. A bunch of cards for number 1. I'll see if I can pick them up with my foot. This is difficult. I don't want to make this go away, the connection go away now since it was so wow. So okay, this works actually. Sorry about the noises with me. Oh gosh, I'm so tired suddenly. I tried to take a break today, but I couldn't apparently. So this is one card is like totally upside down, not upside down, but reversed in the way that it's a secret card. I will tell that first and see what it says. Oh, this is 8 of Wands. So this is going very, very quickly. And something is a little bit in this deck. This is something that is somewhat a mess, I would say. I think this is related to love. But things will, maybe I'm not sure they will resolve quickly, but they will something will show up or you get messages or start to shine here, let's say. And then we have 5 of also Wands. I think this represents in this case that some people want to turn your light off, let's say. No, not in that like literal meaning though, but like some people doesn't agree. I think that may be the problem with the love here, the attraction and the love that you feel. I think it's a complicated thing because others see it in a different way. They don't want that to be there, this passion and stuff that is actually there. And then we have Ace of Cups after that, and this is so much potential for great love. There is so much love here. It holds like the potential to all kinds of good things. And I think you, whomever this is for number 1, knows this and still hesitate because of the surroundings and what they might think or how they might react. And then we have 2 cards more, which is 6 of Swords reversed and Page of Cups reversed. Yeah. This 5 of Swords, let's see here. It says something here. Here are the monsters. I think maybe it says on a flag there. But Okay. I think these two cards talk about the block here, that something is not moving forward towards a relationship or to the next stage or what it is, because I believe that this romantic person here, is this Page of Cups here, is not hesitant, but it may seem like it because they don't act. But the reason they don't act is not because they don't feel and they don't know what they feel. It's because they keeping the surroundings opinions in their mind, so they don't act. Okay, number 2, let's see, for number 2, Eastern cards. No, this is for any time any come across this. And I should have put something up, but I'm glad I even could get in, because it was something off here. It just was yeah, anyway. Okay, for number 2 here. Hope I don't drop them all again. Oh, just one card. This is Page of Pentacles. So this could relate to, maybe you have a question of a little kid or something. Maybe your child or something. This could also be start of a project of sorts, that in the material sense, this is since this is Pentacles. Let's see if it says something here reversed. No, it's not reversed. I'm just it says that this person have so many creative ideas and stories and whatever things to explore in the world of science. No, this is not even the right. I'm sorry. I'm reading I wondered about this. Sorry. This is Page of Swords I was reading. Maybe it's for some reason, but this is Page of Pentacles. Sorry, it did sound strange. Let's see. Here we are. There, this is the right one. This person holds themselves strict to reality. Just facts. This is almost like an AI here. Yeah. This is still a lively ambition and youthful energy in this and in this card. Number 2, and this is also someone that is mature enough to propose that you should take it slower and start over if you're, and ask if you're on the right track. This person is not afraid to fail, but gives a hint that you need to decide whether the advantage are weighing heavier than the risks. So this is someone that holds up a little bit of a warning finger, let's say, to you. But I think it could be you yourself that do this to yourself, let's say. Interesting. Yeah, this is very much about someone that don't do things very quickly. So if you wait for some quick results in whatever it is, this is also starting, just planting the seeds and then see where it goes kinds of cards. And number 3 then, let's see. I'm glad I could get in here. I don't know why I couldn't. This is the technique. Number 3. Oh, this is and this is beautiful card in this deck. Oh, deck is it? This is a deck, not something else. So this is 4 of swords, or dice is in this deck. And it's a beautiful card. It's like a tent and a sunset or something. It's very beautiful. But actually it's about the need to, so maybe in the 2 and the 3 is like similar, because this is very much a need to slow down. Even if it's fun to be together and do things with others, sometimes we need to take a break and go to see a movie or go to the arcade hall. Well, I'm not welcome there. Anyway, or to read some serial magazines, or what it's called in English. Yeah. This is a sign that you need to spend time with yourself or for yourself, doing like solo adventure can make your thoughts more clear and make you the worry in the body to be more soothed and make you awake and ready for the next dungeon crawl. It says. So this is very. I mean, this makes me giggle so much. I think it's very beautiful. But yeah, I have a hard time. This is what I tried to do today, but here I am. Rock me like a hurricane. No, but yeah, yeah, yes. That's it. Maybe I should talk about something. Anyway, oh, did I? Yeah, I did take all the 3 cards for someone, and it's better to do it in the beginning if someone comes in after and just want to hear that. Let me know. Let me know if any of that made sense for you. I could tune in and do some psychic stuff meanwhile as well, but I haven't. So usually here people just want to know about, does that guy like me or stuff. Same as I usually want to know. No, I'm just kidding, but no, I'm not so much kidding. So anyways, what else do I have on my mind? So many things. That's the problem when you want to talk about so many things at the same time. So I think I just keep it. But I have had talked a little bit on another channel in a random way, but still, there are so many things to talk about. And this week on my mediumship channel, I mentioned I Ching. People seem to be, it's far geographically. So maybe it's just make no sense to people. I think it's a little bit difficult to grasp. It's too unknown for several people, and I'm not very best to explain it, I guess. But it's another tool of divination, yeah. So, and it's one of the oldest texts in China. Its roots go back more than 3,000 years, and have influenced Chinese culture, philosophy, and religion. It's 64 hexagrams. I use yarrow sticks. You can use 3 coins, usually Chinese coins, but you can use whatever coins that have a front and a back. So anyway, so they become like symbols of 6 lines of yang or yin, and it represents different variations of changes, and also, well, it can be, there may be no full yin or full yang, and that means that is that is not changing, but usually that shows an abrupt change, or rather that it's a sort of a standstill that need not be. So, but anyway, you can use that as a divination tool to guide and give insights. Yeah, and I love that very much. It's super clear. But to describe it to others, and usually I don't use that, it's not, it's clearer than other things, but it's not as easily attainable, let's say, or comprehensible, maybe you should say. I think it's clear for anyone if I would do it for anyone, but at the same time, I feel like that is so much not a quick fix, like as people generally would want, I guess. It's so deep, and they are so wise, the guides and the spirits you work with there. So I have such high reverence for that. So reverence, or what to say. Anyway, so I don't use that officially with people so much. Yeah. It's interesting though. Many things. Oh, I just think about all the things. But I try not to go into something deep right now. God, I'm too tired also. Yeah, one thing I am going to do when it's time, because there were some deaths and sickness and death going on. So it's pushed in the future. But I'm going to do a mediumship development course of sorts, like 10 times or so, depending on how much they want to do. So aside from just working with doing these for others, then I could also help them develop these skills. So yeah, so to begin with, it's very much about also, oh God, I just speak in a strange way. Now I realize that. But I wonder what to say. Yeah. There are so many things that are so interesting, and I'm so overly interested in so many things, and I'm so curious, and so I'm never bored, but I think I need to put the break, like the third card there, I need to put the break down, and it's very hard when you like so many things. It's so many things that are interesting to me. So anyway, yeah, I think tarot and such is way easier for people to. I mean, that's something that people have heard more so than certain other tools, and I guess that's the one that I've used the most also. But you can use whatever you connect to most. So, anyways, so for the course, I thought about going into then, first of all, what it is, of course, what's to be a medium, and also psychic and the differences, and also different ways of being a medium as well, ethics, and those basic stuff about energy and intuition and so. And also about our aura field, energy field, and certain, you can do different kinds of practices for your intuition and sensitivity, and also to protect your energy. And many of these things actually goes hand in hand very much with Wicca and those kinds of things, which I also do with people anyway. And how to communicate with the spirit world, of course. And that's very easy, actually. But as someone told me also, it's just like tuning in a radio channel. When you find the channel, you can find it. So, or like, sorry, if you ride a bicycle, if you've done it before, you know how to do it. I don't know if I still have it. I've got it when it comes to that. But what you do more, so you know how to do also. But you get better, clearer, quicker, let's say, if you do it a lot. But so also how you establish a connection with the spirit world and so on. What is typical signs or signals and so on. But what I wanted to go through in the beginning is like those kinds of things, but also, of course, it is mainly about the communication with the spirit world, to get in touch, and techniques to open up, and also not the least to close down, but to also be able to identify and understand signs and signals. Yeah, and there are many things you can do to practice this, to make this communication easier. to be able to receive and to also interpret the messages from the spirit world. Yeah. So it's about focusing on the development of the skills to communicate with the deceased or those who passed on, to understand what's coming through. And usually it's also very much about trusting yourself. That's why you do certain tests blindfolded and so on, because you know so much more than you know that you know, and you only know it when you practice it with others, so you see that you get the confirmation from the outside. Otherwise you can think that you're just like saying whatever, doing whatever, but we are way more psychic and so on than we think, all of us, I think. So, and you can go into, first you need to see where others are at the beginning. You have to start there and go from there, and then there are more advanced techniques for clairaudience and clairvoyance to get deeper into those types of perception, which is about the vision and the hearing, then to receive messages. So, and also how to convey messages you get. I get them very clearly. So to me, I think that's have never been too much of a thing. I get many times things just word by word also, which is not so common. Actually, I know no one who does that aside from myself. But otherwise, when you get it only symbolically, which I also get, but and stuff like that, then you have to know how to present it, to others. So much is about strengthening your perception still. Practical practices you can do, exercises to develop these gifts and make them more on point, let's say. And also interpreting these messages and the symbolism, which are individual but also common in certain ways. So, yeah. And maybe also probably, I'm not sure I will have that in that course. There are so many things you can go through. But maybe I also will. I mean, I've had tarot courses also, like, oh God, I don't check in if someone is here. No one is here. Good. I just am at another page talking. Anyways, so what kind of tools you can use? I don't need tools, but I find them fun, and also they can be very clarifying for the other person to see if I convey something that I just pick up that they cannot experience, like through me, they can't see into what I see, then certain things like tarot or other techniques can be used to give them confirmation and so on. So, and also just, so it becomes more clear and stronger for them. Since they can see, let's say, a tarot card, what it means. You can probably, many times you can see it yourself without being an expert in tarot or anything. And also with pendulum and the crystals and so on, you can also use those tools to connect. Yeah. But very much it's about just practice and knowing how and what to do to practice, and then also deal with the emotional reactions within yourself and the clients. I understand the difference now more so than before. Sorry, just yawning. I'm tired. But when I start to cry, or if I feel, I understand that this is not me. That's not that I'm like compassionate or whatever with the person. It's the one that I'm picking up on that I, so to speak, transmit or channel a bit. that I feel. So I feel them in me. So in a way, I'm a trance medium, but not a full. Those full trance medium, they may not know what they are doing or saying because they just forget themselves so fully. I kind of do that to some degree, but I'm always aware of myself at the same time, still at least. We will see how far I go in this. Yeah. So, so yeah, it's very much about that. Yeah. So, and it's about practicing live, because then as I said, you get the feedback immediately and the reflection from someone else, and in a group you can then share your experiences and give feedback, like and that's needed. Then your confidence in what you do get heightened so much, because probably in a shocking way almost, because you realize how much you already knew without knowing that you did, because generally you don't go around and do this with people and then get the feedback. So yeah. So there are many tools, both in the outer sense, technical tools, let's say, but also in the mental, the way to, yeah, the what the English? Well, why do I speak English even? But in the attitude, yeah, your mental attitude towards what you do. And that is one thing that I guess is the hardest. Have been the hardest for me, is that when I know something would, sometimes I don't see a lot of like crisis or diseases or bad stuff, but sometimes I do, and then to not be able to, I mean I'm glad I can't control or steer others in some direction, but sometimes you see how this will be very bad and you can't make them listen. It could be just one tiny advice that would change the whole thing, and that they could be well or what it is, but they just, it's too easy, so they just don't do it, and then things crash down. And I've seen that several times still, and it makes me stressed sometimes, that why, like, I mean, yeah, why do I get this if I can't influence at all? Like, why do I have to see it then? Am I not responsible somehow? Or but I have to just leave it where it is. I am this channel. I can convey the messages. That's it. I can. It's not even my. Some people say that to me also. Since you think that, or you thought, but it's not me. When I do I may have a totally different opinion or idea about stuff, and get the message that it goes against that. Let's say, but still I have to convey the message. So, and yeah, and usually then, or at least so far, I've been wrong then, and the message is right. But it may be totally opposite to what I've thought myself, or what I would want to tell them, or whatever it is. So, and it's easier for me to understand that this is not me, but for others who hear it from me, it's not always as easy to understand that it's not from me. Like, how do you even say that? But yeah, I need to have, I need to have that understanding myself, so I can let go, but also obviously share it with the compassion, and also sometimes understand when to hold back. Previously I was too open. Sometimes I told things that people may, it have happened just a few times, to be honest, but still I sometimes didn't take their emotional reaction in consideration, and how it would affect them. And there was someone, her sister, when she passed, I saw her screaming. And I mean, this person, I also did some witchy stuff with her. This girl, her sister who passed, she was a psychic medium herself. She often saw troublesome stuff, though, maybe connecting to her way of thinking, I don't know. But anyway, so her sister was also very involved in these things, let's say, or it wasn't new to her. And so for one reason or another, I just was had too little filter there. I should have, and I realized that afterwards on her reaction also, that I should have not said that. But I wanted to just give her all the things that I have picked up and as they were, and I think it went at the end. It was okay though, and she got some good messages and so. But yeah, that was one of my, as I feel, huge mistakes. She had no. It was not giving her anything to know that. Why did I not? I was so let's say, detached in a way from the right then and there. I just said what I saw or heard, and so and I mean, I really should have known that this is a sister. This is so close, and why should she have that in her, even in her mindset of consciousness or whatever, with new questions maybe or something? That was so bad of myself not to realize that beforehand. So my cat just came in. Okay. Anyway, so so there are challenges in many ways when you work with this. I mean, what is she doing, honestly? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, there are a lot of challenges, both when it comes to what you meet within yourself, working with it, resistance or blockages, and so on, but also in your, yeah, I won't go into all that. I'm not having a course here, so anyway, I you know you. I ask oftentimes people what they are willing to hear or if they want to hear it all, and so. But at the same time, I think I meet others the way I want to be met myself. And sometimes that's not the same thing. So I try to remember that. But I myself love clarity. I love that it's straightforward, let's say. And yeah. But this is an emotional practice also. You get in touch with a lot of sadness, even sorrow and fear and insecurity and so on. Not that it may be your own, even. It may be because you pick up so many things, So, and maybe you also think it's yours, but it's others. I've done that since I was quite young. Been picking up others' physical ailments as well. I feel them in my body. So, and if you just go around doing your thing, you don't think that your feelings or what you feel in your body is someone else's. You just even we who are psychics and mediums, we think that it's ours. It's like the first thing. But if you intend to do some work or so on, you realize that if something shifts pretty much from just recently, then it's probably something else you're picking up, like stuff. You learn as you go. But yeah, there is a lot of strategies and practical things you can do to get through those challenges and also strengthen your abilities. So yeah, I guess that's what I want to, some of the things I want to go through. This was quite vague, yeah, but it will be clear for those who are there. It depends on where they are at also and what they want to do. So anyways, And the things that I do, sometimes there is so much in the various things that I do. Every single thing of the things that I do, which are several in themselves, are quite like bottomless. So I guess that is one reason why I don't go into explaining too much online or so on. But maybe I should more. There is so much fun you can do, especially if you meet up. When it comes to divinations tools, of course, you can have a lot of fun with all kinds of tools. And also discover a lot of things. I mean, you develop a lot by using those kinds of tools as well. So, and I have to check if someone is here. No one is here. Well, I can keep talking then. So when it comes also to the medicine wheel, like everything like that is circular in Buddhism and all kinds of things represents wholeness or cycles also in life. And these directions, the cardinal directions, also represents various things like specific element and animals and color symbols, and also parts of our own brain even, and our various ways of perception. And so it's a tool to grow spiritually and as a personally, let's say, you can also see it like that. So, and the tradition that I use, Munaki, that I've actually been guided to for a long time, come from the Inca or other Queros, the natives of Andes in Peru, especially. And Munaki means like I love you in the Quechua language. And it's a way to connect to our true nature and also get access to our full potential, those powerful energies. So, and you also do the medicine wheel is like a process that depends pretty much on who are in that process with you, or who is in the group. In my case, anyways, when I hold groups, I follow where they are at, and they go from there. There are so many things you can teach. So, yeah. And then there are initiations also that activate and strengthen this inner, let's say, power and this consciousness that we have. And those initiation ceremonies, they are transmitted through energy and sometimes also symbols. So, yeah. And as I said, all of these things are very much one to me. All the things that I do, there are so many things that I do, but more things than this. But the Reiki, Wicca, Ayurveda, Munaki, they just they have come to me like with quite a long time in between, I would say, some of them at least. And also yoga, but that's kind of part of Ayurveda, you could say. But yeah, many other things that I do also. But to me, they are just like, what do you say, hatched to? Well, no, not that's maybe not what to say, but hey, baby girl. But they just add to each other. I mentioned this previously now on another channel, but like, for example, if you have a bunch of tarot cards, they don't take away or make you confused about the others. They just integrate more understanding. So that's what I see when it comes to also various, if you would call them, different kinds of religions and stuff like that. So, yeah. So pretty many of them also used the different techniques of creating this holy space or sacred circle or whatever you would call it, place where you do these rituals or treatments. And so, yeah, hey big girl, yeah, you're so sweet. So, and there you can combine all things from all the things you've learned. I mean, it's your life, and your life itself is not don't have those limits that this and this are called that and that. My previous teacher, she's so sweet. I was going to this education to become an Ayurvedic practitioner and health counselor, actually. But anyway, so in Luleå, and she was a bit irritated at me, I think, when I constantly asked, "Is this Ayurveda?" I wanted to know if she was mixing in other things, and she is like, "What?" Yeah, and when she went into colors and also aura soma and stuff, and I was like, what is she doing? Like, but yeah, I more so get that now. I think. I mean, I still am like that. I want to know where it belongs. Where is the root to this? And but most of it actually just add to each other, even if it come from different traditions and even cultures and times and so on. But it can be too much also. If you do that too quickly and mix too many things into it, nothing makes sense. Maybe, or you get very scattered. What do you say? Anyway, so also everything in this is pretty much healing methods also. So I can use those various ways and use. I mean, in themselves, they are. It's not that they are lacking and you need to add a lot of new things to them. That's not what I mean. But when I do have all these variations, then I can also add some special oils or herbs like that I've learned through Ayurveda and so on to certain healing. Yeah. And also Reiki, which means just natural life energy, but a conscious, intelligent energy that can also be added to actually whatever you do. It's not like that ever takes away from anything. What is my cat doing? She's like behaving madly now. What are you doing, baby girl? Hey, are you sweet? She doesn't like that I do this. God, I need to stop soon. Yeah, so what else do I want to say? So I work with all these things and I love them all equally, I think. But they have different qualities, but nothing is lower, if you could say. Also, when it comes to all the spiritual paths that I've come across, they do have similarities, but nothing is. I mean, it doesn't feel to me like, and I haven't dismissed any of them. Let's say it like that. Rather, I integrate them in my whole experience of what that is. I think that sounds weird to some people, many people actually. I've heard many criticisms from various kinds of traditions that where they feel that they don't match. But to me, I feel like it's like the mystic path don't need those frames of things, honestly. So they have never clashed for me. But the dogmatic things of all kinds of things, they do, of course. But that's not. Oh, someone is here. This is a pod, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that. So, whomever you are, if you see the chat, you can write a question and I will pull some tarot cards for you. I just need to be cozy with the tail of my cat for a second. But anyways, otherwise you can I just see a number one that someone is here. But anyway, otherwise you can just sit here with me if you want to. So whatever else, until I see if you write something or so. Yeah. So I guess I was always pretty much eclectic in a way. even though I belong to tradition when it comes to Wicca, that was not eclectic in itself, and influenced, of course. But it was more so through them rather than myself that I was pulled in that direction, let's say. That I have nothing against at all. But I was drawn in all kinds of directions previously. And worked with Kuan Yin a lot, for example, and so on. And also always the Shiva Shakti, those kinds of things. Or not only them, Kali and Durga and stuff. I was very drawn to that. Lately, actually, the Egyptian, many people start there. I think, I don't know why. I never was very drawn to them previously. But eventually I got there too. Aside from, I always went for those Sekhmet and those more wrathful, or what to say, those goddesses. Wonder why. Anyways, well, they felt more protective, even when it comes to the goddesses of Celtic traditions, like the warrior-like ones, I guess. Well, my cat is disturbing now. She's everywhere. Can't she stop doing that? Anyway, so everything have, I mean, you work with the elements, the basics of air, fire, those kinds of elements, and also oils or herbs and so on. That also is part of so many things. So that's easy to mix. I mean, the things you learn from one tradition to another, let's say. But they are different, though. It's not that I blend them totally or something. I wonder what's up with this little tiny personality that I live with. She's erratic now. I don't know why. Well. Anyway, so, and also this whole meditation, visualization, those kinds of techniques and stuff. But I don't think in a practical sense, when it comes to, like, for example, 2 people are here now. Now I can't go. I'm popular. No, I'm just kidding. This is a pod, by the way, for anyone who think, what, I don't see anything. But you can write in the chat if you want me to pull some card and describe it for you or so on. I could put up images, but it's I'm a little bit lazy for that. So I just keep chatting by myself for the time being. Anyway, so yeah. I wouldn't want to mix everything. I wouldn't want to use, or blend things in a, let's say, circle or ritual, like from everywhere, like that. When it comes to, when it comes to herbs, stuff like that. But when it comes to, like, pantheon stuff, those kinds of things, I wouldn't want to mix them in a sort of ritual when they are from very different traditions, and so that would feel weird. And I wouldn't know how that would work, even however harmonious they would be. I don't think I would want to do that. But when it comes to energy work, though, that's like detached in a sense from exact traditions or deities or stuff like that. Can be, working with energy itself, you can do that in whatever tradition, and you do that in all these. So but yeah, it's specific, though. Also, it's not the same. I'm not saying that it is the same, but they kind of add to each other. In my case, I feel like they do, though. So, and I think that's a good thing, and that's the problem some people have with, let's say, many deities and stuff. It's like we always want to do make everything like as one, as if that would be a better thing. But to have access to multiple variations of things, let's say, we call them things now, that is richness. That is not like taking away from it. I don't think, in my perception, it's not. So Yeah. So, but there are so many things that still are common, and I like that. But I am actually a very very critical thing when it comes to, okay, I do many of those things, so I don't know why I'm critical about it. But when it comes to quote unquote new age things, that still bugs me, because that what I think that always, it sounds like I do those things now. I know when I talk about it like this, but it water it down, I feel. I mean, it's just taking not the icing of the cake. It's not even that. It's like blending water and cake. I don't know. Now I'm sorry, but yeah. What do I want to say with that? I want to say that I like to keep things apart, while I still like to use a lot of things. You could say like that, yeah, in their own way. And it doesn't have to be a conflict, but still I like to not mess it up. It's like, yeah, maybe you can actually take the example of making some sort of food. I suck at that, but let's say you just blend everything and see what that becomes. Like, that's not a good thing oftentimes. I think it never, right? So yeah, whatever I wanted to say with that. But also when it comes, as I said, to the element of nature, water, earth, fire, and also ether to some degree, then ever, or spirit, that also is similar in all kinds of traditions. At least that you work with them. Maybe you see them differently. Yeah. But in that case, I feel like the understanding of them, it adds to them working with other traditions. Yeah. In my case, I feel like that anyways. So, anyways. Yeah. Does someone want a card? Do you want to, if you see the chat, you can ask me. I should go soon here, though. I just didn't. And obviously, when it comes to the medicine wheel, that in the shamanic part, that to me is the wholeness of it all, because that, where you, in the South, in that tradition, you go into the physical, and then mind and emotions in the West, and soul in the North, and spirit in the East. Anyway, the way you work with that, it can include every other path. When it comes to Ayurveda, although that's a wholeness in itself and touch onto all these areas, they are not separated, but still, then you pretty much work with the physical in the South. Let's say the diet or lifestyle or so on, but it also is connected to what energy we have, who we are, so that no one is treated the same way, although they have the same symptoms, because we have a different basic energy in ourselves. So you work in all these levels in a way, but still more so also on the actual physical, practical, like that, like routines or so on in your day-to-day night, not night, it's night now, life, I mean. And those things like meditation, yoga, and so on, you can use them more so as a healing activity, more so than maybe other intents. I will have to see if anyone has said something. You just listen to me, whomever do that. Yeah, okay. Someone is screaming out here, right? Okay, so anyways, I like to continue to learn in all of these paths, and there are more so things than these I do, but I always gain new insights. I'm not saying that they have to be new, though. The old techniques are very strong and so on. And sometimes I just realize them anew. Those things that I've started with sometimes many, many years ago, they are the ones that are the most powerful that I come back to. So. And I really want to share what I have. I feel that this, as I said, I feel like I'm so abundant. I have so much. I still have so much to learn also, much that I want to learn and more so of. But I also want to give it both this knowledge and inspiration and so on. And yeah, all of these things actually, as I see it, I'm not so sure everyone would agree with this, but they make you get in touch with more and more of your potential, I think. So, and also in Wicca, we have this so-called Book of Shadows, where you can write down your own experiences or insights sometimes also, but also whatever you do to see the efficiency of it. They're very close by here now. Maybe you have to go and close the door. Anyway, yeah. So you write your own, let's say, Bible, quote unquote, where you can reflect on what worked the best for you and adjust what you do to your own personal experiences. It's no one else that tell you what to experience or like that. So, and in all of these, you also listen to your intuition. So, yeah. No one wants some cards. You just want to sit here when I ramble around, okay? Well, I have nothing more to say, I think. Yeah. So I think several of these things that I do, I can mix also. They won't take away from each other. But also many things are so close. You can't almost separate them, but they are separated. For example, in the shamanic paths, I work also with power animals and guides like that. And in Wicca also, but still also I actually work with the same of them sometimes, but they I work with them in different ways, though, I must say. There is a difference. But still they give guidance and support and so on. So, but yeah, I'm happy that I have those around that actually want to learn from me also, and I learn from them meanwhile. I have a lot to learn, as I said. But yeah, I can sometimes also miss a group or a community of those who practice here around that are like, okay, that sounds bad what I was going to say now, but some people have wanted it, and I want to also share it. They have also been very new, so I've just been able to like give like say tidbits of very basic minor things, and gradually that becomes more, and even that is strengthening to work with. I feel personally, I feel that if just the interest is there, which is have always been in me, this burning interest in these kinds of things, but maybe not so many love to do this all the time. I don't know if this is sane. Even I do it all the time. This is all what I do. Then I get a like on that one. I'm just not saying. No, I'm just kidding. So, anyways, yeah. And then I have a lot of other thoughts, not connecting to that whole thing, but to all kinds of thoughts about the world and the how it is developing and what is happening here and there and whatnot. But I won't go there right now. I think I will end and take care of this little personality that I live with. So, yeah. But feel free to share with me if you want to share anything now or later in a comment or anything? I usually don't ramble here so much in this channel. Well, I do, but then in combination with pulling some cards, and I would just ramble by myself. So yeah. Anyway, I have this. It's like a pull or a not sucking, but it's like a. It feels like maybe it's a thirst of sorts or hunger. I want to learn so much more, and yeah, I'm so eager always to do so when it comes to these kinds of things. And I like that not all of these things, but the things that are built on experience. I mean, experiential experience, not someone telling you this is how it is and stuff. But still, there have to be some sort of framework to get those experiences in. Yeah. Otherwise, you never get there. Then everything becomes like that flaky or like almost nothing. And I'm allergic to that too. There is so much coziness. Everyone saying like love and light, and I don't disagree with that particularly, but I still cannot. It's everything floats together in it like soup of I don't know, and I can't take that seriously. That becomes like just nothing. It's almost like a cop out. It becomes like, oh, I know, sound maybe aggressive, but like, you know, what is the word for that? When you bypassing, it's like it's used to just distract yourself from whatever knowledge you could have or experiences you could have. So you just make it cozy, kind of. I hope you understand what I mean. That's why I'm allergic to when you make things too soft, if you say. Yeah. Anyway. So. Yeah. That was a few things that I guess I had on my mind. I mean, yeah. And also I want to practice more. I have done a little bit though, but I as a medium and a psychic like that, I also want to maybe, I'm not sure how much I want to do that, but I think I want to develop more of my trance mediumship. I have that so easily, but I hesitate. It's unknown territory in many ways, although not, but at the same time it feels like it is. Or you could call it possession in other traditions, maybe. Yeah. So yeah. What can I say more? Yeah, I want to practice more since I have a lot of. I mean, I have this so strongly and so easily as well, and I'm a little bit here and there when it comes to actually training, because there is also part of these kinds of gifts to develop them, or abilities, if you say, and so on. That is training, and yeah, sometimes I feel I should do that more, actually, because I know how to, and I can learn more, I guess. Or yeah, I know I could, but at the same time, yeah. I mean, I have this, I guess, for some reason or another, and then I should like take care of it in a better way, maybe. I feel sometimes. Yeah. But I do this all the time, so whatever. I guess that's a practice in itself. Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, that's that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I should just I maybe I should end with some cards since there are two people here still with me. My gosh, my goddess. Anyways, yeah, and I want to go into the whole worldly things and blah blah, but I think I will another time. I'm too tired for this. Two cards for you. You will know who is for you then. You're just two people here. So I will pull two cards. This is Stranger Things, of course. The deck. Oh, I look forward to when it comes the last. It haven't yet, right? Because I don't have Netflix, but the last season. I thought it was going to end and then it didn't. Okay, let's see. For one of you, whomever you are, let's hope you understand. I will just shuffle them a bit and then I will give you some cards and then I will go. Well, because I couldn't avoid it. Oh, the High Priest, are you here, darling? And there is someone who wants to. Underneath there is the Four of Swords reversed, which means that get going, like get into action. I feel it means the High Priest is like in this. I don't know what this one. Have you ever seen Stranger Things? What is his name called? I have to look in the booklet. Actually, he's in this. You know, gosh, I need to see what it's called. I don't know the name for that even. On this Murray Bowman's in this what is it called where they have Paris wheels and whatever stuff. Yeah, anyway, let's see. Even though his opinions aren't conventional, he is very much devoted to the hunt, let's say, for knowledge and truth. He encouraged you to work out like principles and study systems of traditions, you could say, that feels meaningful for you and to explore them fully. He recommends that you carefully peep not peep, is that the word? Yeah, anyway, peep show. No. But come forth from behind the shelter, behind the curtain before you take the next step. Interesting card, this. So this is a very fun and like playful, half crazy. It seems like this High Priest is. And obviously, you should listen to teachers, but also have a skeptical bone, I think, towards anyone, whatever they say. But this is what to one of you. If one is their High Priest, you know, it's you, though. Get going. And the other one card, then, for the other one. This is Page of Swords. All right. Page of Swords. I mean, I know, but I also want to see in this specific booklet what it says. Page of Swords. It says, will buyers have so many creative ideas? Oh, this was one that I got previously in another channel tonight, but it was the wrong one. But anyway, like many ideas from stories and campaigns, of game campaigns, to explore the world of science. As a Page of Swords, Will find his voice and learns to express himself. His presence here encourages you to manifest your ideas and consider new ways to make your thoughts heard. So this is like a new start for one of you here, or maybe for both of you, both cards, I don't know. But pages are a start, and it's also about clearing the air, making things clear, to push away the clouds. Like, yeah, that was a little bit for now, and I will just go take care of my cat now and go to bed, I guess, also sometime. Yeah, take care and write if you have any questions or ideas of what you want me to maybe share here or something. Or if you just want to hang around quietly, that's totally fine too. So I just hear something outside. What the heck? No, it's inside. There was actually my cat in her poo box. What should I say in English? Well. Okay. I hope I get in here again because it was some time ago, and it have been very weird, the whole technique for making this work on this channel also. But I will try and do that sometimes. I find it relaxing somehow. More so to speak English. Actually, that's why I do that. One of the reasons. Well, take care, everyone, and let's talk another day. Bye for now.